Hello and welcome Bexleyheath Academy, and particularly our Year 8 students. Hi guys, this is you. This is your celebration assembly for this term. Something we have been looking forward to very much this term. I have the pleasure of joining me with Miss Shallow and Miss Delver, who will each take a little part in today's assembly, so something to look forward to in a moment or two. This assembly does have several parts to it. In a moment, I'm going to share some of the highlights from this term. We, of course, have the remarkable subject awards, which is the main part where you guys get a big celebration. We do also have the remarkable clubs that you guys have been attending and working so hard in outside of your normal lesson time curriculum. We have our virtual lesson attendance and engagement awards. Both are huge this time, so well done. Nearing the end of the assembly, we have our affirmations, sort of positive thoughts and ideas that we can take forward into term 4. So, highlights for this term. Well, it wasn't actually that hard to find out the first highlight, although you may see it as a bit of a low light to start off with. Over Christmas, coming back in January, often the hardest time to come back into school. It's cold, it's dark, it's not the nicest to get up early. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're suddenly in lockdown again. Now, why is Sir talking about this? Surely a lockdown and not attending school can't be a highlight. However, the highlight for me was your resilience. Resilience is about facing a problem and not being overwhelmed by it, by getting up, getting on and making it happen anyway. So you guys were very, very quickly thrown into a lockdown. However, your resilience showed that you could just get straight back up, get online, engage with your learning and start working and learning all the way through the term. That is an absolute highlight. And for that, you guys should be absolutely commended. You have engaged in your learning. You have adapted how you have learned and what you've done online. Another highlight of the term, we're going to mention these slightly later on, so I'm not going to talk too much about them, but the clubs, you guys getting involved in the virtual clubs. Even though you cannot be on our school site, you are still being involved in those virtual clubs, which are so important. There is more to you than just the learning. There is more to you than just the academic side, and that will build the other half of you, and that's so, so important. Now, the last one is a bit teachery of me, but you've got to expect that, surely. My other highlight was the week 5 assessments. Oh gosh, how teachery of me. It was lovely to see so many of you getting in, doing the week 5 assessments, showing off your learning, showing off what you have taken in over the prior term, and hopefully being really proud of the results that you'll be getting very shortly. So well done for achieving that, guys, even though it was in a virtual environment. So well done. And now move on to the subject awards. Now, this is my favorite bit, of course. This is where your teachers get to celebrate you. These are your teachers, your comments, and very much for you. So I start nice and alphabetically with art and design. Ayla, Charlie, for both completing outstanding drawings for week 5 assessments and having excellent online engagement. 2 of my favorites. That right there, 2 of my highlights right there, summed up beautifully. Ella and Annie. Ella for consistently submitting excellent pieces of artwork every week. Annie for always having the confidence to show her artwork to the rest of the group and always leading class discussions on a Google Meet. Perfection. Well done, you two. Jenna, consistent dedication, enthusiasm and skills within art and design this term. Fantastic. What a great start for the celebration. Well done, you lot. Moving on to drama. Ruby, for outstanding effort and engagement this term. Fantastic. Charlie, excellent progress this term and excellent assessment result. Ooh, very good. I wonder what percentage you got. Brandon, for always showing his work and always having such a positive impact and contribution in lessons. Very good. Well done. Millie, outstanding progress and fantastic assessment results. Once again, well done. I move quickly on to English. Brandon, for making a great start with us. Brandon joined us virtually at the beginning of January and has been consistently engaged in every lesson. sharing his ideas freely and completing work to an excellent standard. Well done. That's very, very impressive. Kian, Toby, and Adriana, for effort and enthusiasm in lessons. Quite simply, you couldn't ask for more. Well done, you three. That is very, very good. Moving on to geography. Peggy Sue, for always contributing in lessons and showing ongoing determination to improve her development of online lessons. Well done, Peggy Sue. Ellie, for continuous engagement throughout. Oh, excuse me, I'll start that again. I don't want to ruin that. For continuous engagement throughout lessons and high quality answers, going beyond expectations during each lesson by supporting other students. Fabulous. Annie, for high quality answers in Google Meet lessons and for always pushing the limits when it comes to written work. Wonderful. And Harry, finally, for geography, for the outstanding continual development in his written work and contribution to online classes. Some real highlights there in geography. I'll move on to the next of the humanities subjects, history. Toby is a big-hearted student who is not afraid to engage. What a lovely sentence, what a lovely thing to have written about you. Melissa pushes the limits with her focus and has secured a great grade in her history as a result. That shows hard work and effort pays off with those results. It may take a bit of time, but you will get there. Josh has been very engaged this term, and I'm very pleased with his keen efforts. Well done, you. That's very good. Magdalena is always pushing the limits and working hard. I've been impressed with her excellent work since I taught her in year 7. Oh, looks like you've held your standards for more than just year 8. Well done, you. Subject word for humanities. Kelly, great participation and exploration of the topics in lessons. Always has great contributions. Fabulous. Really well done. Toby, innovation technology. Toby, consistently high levels of engagement, polite and positive attitude in every lesson. Fabulous. I'd love somebody to write that about me. Neve, an excellent attitude and effort with an exclamation mark. Fantastic. Well done. Robert, high levels of engagement. Well done. Tanya, Brandon, Adriana, and Louis, outstanding effort and engagement in those live lessons. And as I mentioned at the start, that is one of my absolute highlights from year 8 this term. So well done for contributing to that. Moving on to maths. Kelly, excellent achievement and engagement. Louis, excellent engagement, achievements in lesson and assessments, wanting to always do more and be better. And the drastic improvement since last term. Well done, you. That shows your effort is paying off. Amy, for continuing to persevere through the difficulties online, learning and trying her best to engage with the work, developing a resilient and never ever give up mindset. Some vocabulary I quite like there, isn't there? Lexi, for showing resilience and persevering through challenging topics. Well done, you, and that will pay dividends in the end, don't you worry. Moving on to music. Oh, quite a little list here. That's lovely to see. Ava, Chloe, Annie, Ruby, Louis, Summer, Aidan, Bianca, Chloe S, Bogdan, Josh, for enthusiasm and making so many positive contributions in those lessons. Fantastic, you guys. Well done. Ella, for achieving the highest assessment score in year 8. Boom! Week 5 assessments rule. Well done. PE, Charlie, excellent engagement in PE lessons. One of the top scores in week 5 assessments out of all the teaching groups from year 7 to 11. Superb effort, Charlie. That is very impressive. Not only great in year 8, showing the standards across the year groups. Well done, you. Ava, outstanding effort engagement in all of your PE lessons. Well done indeed. Tuna, excellent engagement in online lessons and scored highest in the week 5 assessments in his class. Great work indeed. Kelly has worked extremely hard during the online lessons and achieved some fantastic scores in the work she has completed. Well done, Kelly. Moving on to, more PE, that's fantastic. Louis, outstanding engagement and performance in every online PE lesson, always pushing himself to get top marks every week. Keep up the great work, Louis, and I completely agree with that. Adriana, outstanding effort and engagement in PE lessons, pushing the limits. Well done. Over to science, of course. I'm sure Miss Shallow will be listening very carefully to this. Ruby displays a high level of organisation, interest and curiosity in her science lesson. Her engagement and participation is excellent. Big-hearted. That's lovely, isn't it? Toby's willingness to open the microphone and ask a question or prove his learning is super encouraging to his classmates and teacher, and usually brave. Well done, you. Adriana, for being remarkable in her science lessons and pushing limits to ensure all work is completed during those lessons. And Veronica, being unusually brave by completing all work set during her science lessons and going above and beyond to achieve the best possible grade. Spanish, Kelly, for her outstanding contribution in lessons and always pushing the limits. Kelly is always focused and completes all work to a high standard. Taya, hi Taya, for her excellent contributions in lessons and always pushing the limits. Taya always strives to do her best and completes all work to a very high standard. Annie, Adriana and Ava for their excellent work, engagement in all lessons and scores the highest in the class. Well done, girls, is the summary there. I do agree. Unfortunately, that's me done. That was a pleasure to do. Well done, Year 8. If you saw your name up there, fantastic. Well done. If you didn't, what are you going to do next term to make sure your name is up there? That's the challenge I will lay right down in front of you now. For the next part, the clubs, as you can see up screen, I am going to pass on to Miss Shallow. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Waters. Good afternoon, Year 8. I thought it was still morning there for a second. Yeah, good afternoon. Before I go off and talk about the clubs, what a fantastic work that you've shown this term. Just hearing these names over and over and over again warms my heart, if I must say. So I kept, every time I heard a name, that was second or third time I wrote it down. So names like Jenna, Brandon, Ariadna, Kelly, Louis, Toby, Ruby, your names were echoed through over and over and over and over again. So well done. And if your name was mentioned, fantastic work. Okay, just going over to talk a bit about clubs. As you know, we aim at our virtual clubs this term. And not only are you in your lessons, period 1, 2, 3, and 4, some of you have taken up that challenge to actually participate in clubs. So if I go and I start off by saying this has come straight from the one and only, the Greek Mythology Club, is saying a big shout out to Jenna. Both your teachers are saying that you are a good and very attentive listener, and they are very grateful for all your contributions in the discussions during your Greek Mythology Club sessions. Amazing work. I might actually attend that club because I do like a bit of Greek mythology, if I must say so. And in photography, here's a piece of work. So well done to you, Jenna. So not only are you in the Greek Mythology Club, you're also in the photography club as well. So well done. And another piece of work from Brandon. This is from coding. So you're able to code messages in binary. I have no idea what that means, or how to code. However, I might have to come to you, Brandon, to show me what coding is about. So more from Coding Club, and this is for Kelly. Also, just like Brandon, you're able to code messages in binary numbers. So well done. I'll now pass you over to Miss Delva, who will call attendance session. Over to you, Miss Delva.
Thank you very much, Miss Shallow, and I have no idea what coding is either, so we are on the same boat, don't worry. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm very, very pleased today to present you with the Virtual Attendance Award. So what is the Virtual Attendance Award? So it's about pupils, celebrating pupils who have logged on every single day since the beginning of lockdown and attended their lessons, and that's every day, okay? So if you miss 1 or 2 days, unfortunately, you won't be on that list, but you'll have a chance next time, so don't worry about that too much. So these people, it's more than 60 people. I'm going to try and read as fast as possible. Okay, the names are coming up on the board. So congratulations to the following people who have been there every single day. And that's Abigail, Abinayan, Adriana, Amy, Anai, Angelica, Annie, Aaron, Ashton, Ava, Ayla, Benjamin, Bethany, Bianca, Bogdan, Chana, Charlie, Chloe, Daisy, Ella G, Ella M, Ellie C, Ellie T, Emma, Evan, Evie, Faith, Finley, Freddie, Govin, Archandan, Harrison, Harry, Haysom, Holly, Easy, Jake, Jenna, and Joe. And we've got more. We've got Josh, we've got Kara, we've got Kelly, Kieran, Latifa, Leland, Levi, Lexi, Lily, Louis, Macy, Magdalena, Maisie, Melissa, Michael, Neve, Nikolai, Nisa, Peggy Sue, Praveen, Precious, Princewell, Shakti, Robert, Ruby S, Sarunas, Simon, Siva, Sophie, and Sophie, Summer, Taya, Taylor, Thomas, Toby, Todor, Tolu A, Tommy, Veronica, and Zachariah. So congratulations to you. I think that's the longest list we've had so far this morning. That's the longest list. That's the third assembly today. And I've not read 2 pages of names for attendance. So congratulations, you're doing really, really well. Okay. Now we're talking about virtual lesson engagement. So that's a little different this time. Okay, we are celebrating the top, is it 20 students? Let me have a look quickly. Approximately 20 students, if I count well, who have had the highest number of 4. So as you know, every time you go into your lesson, your teacher is going to rate your engagement. And according to how well you're doing, how engaged you're doing, how enthusiastic you are, and how responsive you are, your teacher is going to rate you from 1 to a 4. And these people have accumulated the highest number of 4 this term. So it's really a great achievement. So let's celebrate the following people: Magdalena, Bethany, Ellie, Angelina, Ava, Macy, Brandon, Toby, Saranas, Ayla, Kelly, Annie, Melissa, Abby, Anshandan, Taya, Louis, Summer, Ruby, Chloe, Adriana, Joe, Sophie, and Nisa. Well done to you guys. We're extremely proud of you. That's great achievement. Keep it up, and that's going to pay in the end. Okay, I can guarantee you that. Well, thank you very much, everybody. And I'm going to now pass over to Miss Shallow.
Thank you so much, Miss. Just before I hand over to Mr. Waters, right, just to remind all of you, there will be a survey being sent out at some point tomorrow. So I do plead with you all to participate in that, because your voice, so the feedback that we get from those Google forms, literally will make an impact as to what your next assembly would look like. So for example, the feedback that we got from the last assembly requested that you all wanted to see every single subject being represented in your rewarded assembly. And we took that feedback on board, and every single subject has been recognized or mentioned. So please, 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 as soon as you get those Google forms tomorrow, do send us the feedback. I'll pass you over to Mr. Waters, who has got some amazing affirmations for term 4. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Miss, and I do echo your comments there. I think that's absolutely right. Affirmations are positive thoughts that we're going to take forward into term 4. So in the short term, I want you guys to get your cameras on, get your microphones live, and get involved in those lessons. Get stuck into your learning, become part of that learning. I think that is going to be huge. In the mid-term, the whole engagement, work hard, show off your learning, and once again, gather those skills that you will be taking forward into life. Now, that's the resilience, the confidence to ask a question over a microphone. They're the sort of things that will move you forward. In the longer term, I'm going to bring this word resilience back. One of my highlights was how resilient you guys were with taking on the fact you got locked down, but you still got on with your online learning. Now, coming up sometime next term, we don't know when, the government will tell us when, and we will communicate that with you. But we're hoping to get you back on site safely and learning and working together. So I want you guys to have the resilience to be able to do that coming up in the longer term, to return safely to our academy and show off everything that you have learned during this term. Thinking about next week is of course half term. What I want you to try and find is the word balance. The word balance in your screen time. You have had to spend a lot of time online in front of a screen to ensure your learning continues. Next week, find a balance. Find a balance with something else in your day. So I'm going to challenge you, try something new. Do something you've never done before. If you don't go out for bike rides, go for a bike ride. If you've never cooked before, get involved in a simple bit of baking or preparing a lunch or an evening meal for you and your family. Although it's all covered in snow outside at the moment, we're getting close to spring. So why don't you sow some seeds? See if you can grow some tomatoes over the summer that you can eat. It's a fantastic thing to be able to do. Is there something you can build or something you can fix or something you can maintain? If there is, try it next week. Find that balance. I'd also encourage you to use a little bit of outdoor space. You've been stuck indoors, winter has been tough, you've had a lot of snow recently, which I'm hoping you had time to enjoy, but get outside, get out in that sunshine and enjoy yourselves. Of course, do it safely and only when you can. Which does take me straight to the end of the assembly where we talk about staying safe. Remember to stay home as much as possible. Remember the rule of 6, that's 6 people together. Remember to stay 2 meters apart from others, regardless of where you are, whether you're outside in the shops or whether you're in the middle of a field, it's 2 meters apart. Wear your face mask in public places. That ensures your safety and the safety of others. Wash and sanitize those hands as often as possible to keep all them germs at bay. Well, what an assembly year 8. Congratulations, huge congratulations if you had your name mentioned today. If you didn't, you've got one more term to get yourself proven, put in front of your teachers and get that onto the assembly for this time next term. That is your challenge. So thank you for your assembly time today, guys. We hope to see you all very soon. Have a great day and get back into those lessons. Bye-bye, guys.